Hello, everybody. This is Yuri. Yeah, I am Yuri. So, this is what was pissing me off like a while yesterday because of the video. I mean, about Claudine Wolf from Monster High. And I have, responded that, that her fur, not her skin. She trimmed her fur a lot because she hates how hairy she get. I remember that, which is true, because it was canon in Generation 1 I believe. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, it was in Generation 1, which is in the web series that she did not like. When I said she did not like her fur, she trim her fur. Trim or shave her fur on a regular basis because of that. And I said, like, unless the creator said otherwise, we can hand candy anyone what we want in. This person named Afro Lens 9532. And before you say, yeah, she is black, she don't sound black. She sound young. I would say probably mid-teens to the late 20s, how her voice sound. But I'll be a hypocrite because people tell me my voice sound young, and she could be older. I don't know, but yes, I have watched a bit of her video on how to write black characters. First of all, if you want to write black characters, just write them write them like regular people, because not all blacks are the same, and we do not have a mind hive like we some fucking bees. But the rate how the black community is acting sometimes make people think we do have a mind hive and we share the same thoughts and same everything, and it's frustrating a lot when we don't. So, and I asked them, like, which creator, Mattel or the person who actually created the book? Which the person who created Monster High was someone named Lisa Harrison, who sold her rights to Mattel a while back, and when technically Mattel was going to buy the book, they was going to buy the book, most of it. I'm going to say most of it because it's been a minute since I read the book, and make me want to buy the books now. But yeah, and yeah, like I said, the creator says she is black. Why do you want to see her as white? I said, which creator, Mattel or the person who actually created the book? Also, please reread what I said. Did I say I want her white or black? Which my original statement is, we can headcanon anyone we want, which is true. We should headcanon anyone we want. And then I wrote, like, she is considered black in the reboot due to the new generation. Why is she considered black in the reboot? Wouldn't that imply she was black in the first generation? Like, if you know what would show me she don't know nothing about original Monster High. Because in original Monster High, she was never stating what her race is. Never, ever. It is that the fans just assumed she was black. That was it, due to her skin. And which is crazy is because brown comes in different shades and form in all other type of races. So, and then I say, if you know what a reboot is changing the lore and everything. The reboot is a restart the interest for the new generation mainly. If you read the book in the old show and movies, not the new stuff, it was never never started at all. Because Monster High was created by Lisa Harrison, which Mattel brought the rights. As I said before people can have their hair cannon. It's not hurting anyone. Just ignore and move on. But just remind me that they did not read. It hurts black people. It hurt black people. You're saying that skin and afro texture, which Claudine and her sibling had in the first generation, can't be appropriate, but we are not allowed to really be part of the world. It's clear there's hurt somewhere feelings, considering whatever black fans say Claudine is black. Wait, what? Hold up. It clearly does hurt someone's feeling, considering whenever black fans say Claudine is black. Black fans say Claudine is black. Oh, okay. We are met with huge black backlash and resentment. Same thing when the Monster Little Monster, damn, this is My Little Pony. You think someone grandma grave got decimated with the way they behave when somebody draw a flush eye a black girl, which is very comical to see, but it does get discouraged when the masses get mad over it. So yeah, why can't Claudine Anderson with two-tone big lips, speaking of Brooklyn accent, Afro hairstyle since Jen want to be black. As someone, okay. Whew, that's a lot. Yeah, that was just mouthful. Okay. And just my brain is shut down. Okay, when she's talking about Fluttershy, that just show me that you only pay attention to one Pacific race. Because in Fluttershy, people have drawn Fluttershy in various races other than black. They drawn her Indian, Muslim, Arabic, white, everything. And I see more of people drawing Fluttershy Muslim more than anything. It just showed me that you are focused on one specific thing, and that's it, instead of looking at the bigger picture. And you use Fluttershy as an example, which is bad. And I don't even like My Little Pony. Those are crazy. But I do like the pony designs when people be selling it, and I crave and buy some. She could have used Pinkie Pie, which, mind you, they draw Pinkie Pie black, in fact, the most, because due to she eats cake, and that's really a stereotype already in the black community. So that's already like bad right there on its own. So anyway, and I said, like, as someone or anyone who see Fluttershy as black is someone's headcanon, which it is true. It is someone's headcanon. I am sorry to say that to you. I have seen Fluttershy. I spelled Fluttershy wrong. I said Flutterfly. Somebody need to make a character of that. But Fluttershy in a various ethnic design. You could pick one that you prefer. Oh, hun, I am black too, which I am. I am African American. But how the black community sees me saying black, and I said, but you should never let things hurt your feelings. That's make us weaker than anything, which it does, because you're getting overly sensitive of what I say, which was not even triggering or that serious in the begin with. You cannot relate to a character not the color of the skin, then you cannot relate to a character to relate to a character for them, period. If you want reputation bad enough, make your own. It is the best self-love in the world, which is true. If you want to make your own character, your own reputation, pick up a book, pencil, whatever, and just start creating. Fuck, it's not that hard. These people in the community and art community making it so hard. It's like, oh, it's hard. Like, no, it's not. Not all blacks like having afro hair. Like, not all blacks have big plump lips. That's what pissed me off, because all the Monster High dolls got big plump lips. So you might as well say all of them are black and call it a day. This is like, that's it. I ain't thought about that until now. I'm just thought about it now. You got to, waiting for others to do it won't help. You got to make the change if skin is very important to you. If people see calling it as backstretches and within generation 3, fine. Not at the end of not in the end of the world, cool. But do not get upset with others if get upset if others see it differently. Getting upset won't get you or the other person anywhere. People have different views. That's why older fans prefer Generation 1 and 2, which is true in the fandom. Older fans does prefer Generation 1 and 2. From my experience, what I've seen a lot. But my daughter who is 16 sat down with her friends to watch the newest Monster High, and they straight up do not like it. They was appalled, and they refused to watch anything of new from them. And I do not blame them. I had sat down and watched it. I couldn't even stomach one episode. I'm like, because I seen how much they changed the lore, and which is bad. Because nothing was wrong with the lore of the original Monster High. But they changed a lot. And mind you, the lore was changed from Nickelodeon. And I believe Mattel gave you the go ahead. So that's another thing. It, like I said, Generation 3 is for the newer audience, like for my daughter, and younger. And like I said, when I go in these Monster High, look up Monster High, people are designing the original cast from Generation 1 and 2, not Generation 3. If they do it for Generation 3, it's the newer fans, and there's not really much. And shoot, the newer fans seem like drawing from them older generation. So that is like a red flag for me. But the newer fans not doing proper research either. I mean, I've seen some do proper research, but not a lot. And that's why Mattel sells older version of Monster High, because they get more sales than the newer generation. Maybe the new generation get more sales because there's a little bit more sales of Dracula, because they kept Dracula's color scheme the same, everything the same for her, except for her, this made her fat, which ironically she's a vegan and she don't drink blood. I believe, yeah, if I remember correctly, she do not drink blood. So I don't know how that correlation with that and her being chunky, but her design is cute. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. And so then I went to Claudine, and her family are mixed, which is, since she had deleted a message. Yeah, she had deleted a message where she told me that Claudine was African American, and I think the mom was Afro Latina. So that kind of make her mix a bit. And I said, if you want, I said, Claudine and your family are mixed. If you want to go with that and generate, like, let's say, might as well say GS3, I meant to say Generation 3, they are mixed of African American and African Latina. Because actually not, and that's why I said, actually not all blacks are discriminated against. And I was laugh like, LOL. I know I am not even my family and others around me. So please do not use all blacks, which in her other post, which is deleted, that she said all blacks were, she said all blacks were discriminated. We always discriminate. I'm like, whoa. Now all blacks are discriminated, huh? I mean, tone that shit down. Tone it down to a minimum. Like, not all blacks are discriminating, honey. No, it's not. That just show me that you see yourself discriminated. That's fine. You see yourself discriminated, but do not categorize everybody around you as discriminated. Discriminating. No. Please do not force your experiences on other blacks. This is why they say. That's why they don't take black community serious, because of mindset like that. So, and so it's like I say, so please do not use all blacks as discriminate. In reality, not all blacks are. So that is bad faith to assume already. And actually making your own reputation is a slap to, as I said, making your own reputation is a slap to artists and writers and creators in general. Who does it? Especially a slap to an artist like me. Oh wow. See, that's what I realized she's deleting a lot of shit. And I do not, I don't, because this is where she said all blacks are animals. I think, or down there. Well, no, that's right there. She deleted a lot. She had deleted some responses. I have realized it. I'm like literally looking at it. Yeah, she deleted a lot. And I said, I don't, she had said something, which is deleted. I do not think you can read. I call myself black. Yeah. Yeah, she did not read what I said. I call myself black and not blacks. And I say blacks, that's the group of blacks. And that's the black community in general. And I said not all blacks. And I said not all blacks. It was just post right here. In another post, you're weird, hun. An individual with one black parent and one Afro-Latina parent is considered both. Afro-Latina and part of the mixed multicultural racial family. That's okay that's okay if you consider her and her family just back. Just, you're not a victim online. Yeah. Cause I remember, she deleted a lot because one of the posts, she deleted her post saying she acknowledged Claudine being mixed. Hear what I said? She acknowledged Claudine being mixed, but she's only focused on Claudine being black part. That's it. And she said she was Blasian, this individual, Afro Lens 95. So straight up told me she was black and Asian. Good thing I had screenshot a lot of the stuff she said to me. It was just wow. But okay, back to and I say you clearly feel like all blacks are being discriminated against, which not all blacks are being discriminated against. Multicultural are still considered mixed because mixing two culture as one, even race too. Because so that's wow to me. Really wow. Very wow. Very wow. So, and mom, like, I believe she accused me of something. I'm like, as I say, actually, I am not. I say, honey, it is okay. You will be okay. It sounds like you're upset that not all blacks have the same mindset as you. Which, how she was presenting herself, she felt like she was up a little bit. To me, she felt like she was upset. And I said, that's okay. The world will not end. The black community wouldn't. Well, I meant to say we're not in either. I was typing. I don't know why we're not in either. Please go take a breather and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And so I'm like, you're doing it again. Why are you saying blacks like we are animals? You don't respect yourself. That's on you. Don't associate black people as blacks like you in the Klan. And I said, for someone that claims we shouldn't have our feeling hurt, this conversation sure does bother you when it actually makes a multicultural black person. You just focus on your black part of yourself instead of that's a problem in the black community. That's art mix. Because sometimes you either look one set of race or the other. And you do have blacks that are a mixture of both. And both families do try to, sometimes you got that rare family that try to mix both culture together. So it's like, yo, this is where you came from. This is like, this is how we become one. You have some that's not like that in the black community. It's just either or just that, or the family like say, fuck it. We're gonna do our own thing. And being informing what mixed being means. You know, you're not saying what black what mixed being mean. No, you just forcing your opinion. And I said, why does your mind go to black equals animals? That is the most racist thing to think of. That's wow. Oh Lord, go enjoy your weekend, huh? That is crazy. Actually, the conversation doesn't even bother me. Yeah, that was another thing. She accused me that the conversation was bothering me when it did not even bother me. I said, you know, you can't stop talking to me by ignoring me. Which you can. So another person, Stephans, 6128. So using black ironically, MIO, genetic M&A, we are calling to tell me all I need to know, and are you a real person? Everything you said so far sound Asian. This person was calling me Asian. And mind you, they are icon is Sailor Moon Venus. It's like really, and my icon is from Spy Family, but it was the meme of Anna making that face. I could say the same thing with your icon too. So hi. So favorite anime or favorite anime meme icon? And did the laughing emoji. I said, and it said, I'm just saying you have shit taste in anime and can't refer your anti-blackness through it. Also, you didn't deny you weren't real or your take being Asian. And I said, why is that is racist? Why that is racist to be honest. You're assuming shit. That's wild, huh? You need some help. If I am not real, I want to be responding to your behind even more racist. You don't think blacks don't like Spy X Family, which I do not, but I do love the meme they make for me. And I said, that is racist. Are you trying to say all blacks should sound the same because I'm not typing the same or something? You know? It's going to be a part 1. If the person, Stephans, 6128, which we're going to, 89 describer, Big Chungus, 49. And so, and if you go to the channel, which I'm taking you to the channel, the description says I complain a lot. I say, well, it made me like, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you really do. And they like Steven Universe. That's all I need to know. And this person, like I said, Afro Lens. Like I said, I watched some of their videos. They don't have no description, so there's that. And so nothing so far. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is what this came from, but like I said, this could be probably a part 1. If they keep going, I'll make another part 2.